Good morning, Acts Church. Welcome to Saturday. It's a beautiful day, and I hope you're going to go out and enjoy your day today. I just want to talk a little bit about choices. This chapter was about choices, Judges chapter 4 and 5, and two prominent people that had to make choices. So we're going to go and kind of look at the background. What's going on is the Canaanite army is oppressing the Israelites. They have been for 20 years. It was so bad that they couldn't even travel on the roads. It was so dangerous. And it said in chapter 5 that they didn't have any spear or shield. So I guess they didn't have any weapons to fight with. So here comes Deborah on the scene. She is a mother, she is a wife, she is a prophetess, and she's a judge. So she sits on the underneath this palm tree, and she gives advice or helps settle disputes for the people of Israel. But then she gets a word for Barak, and it's a big word. And she calls Barak and says, "Hey, you're supposed to take 10,000 men, and you're supposed to go and fight Sisera, the commander of the Canaanite army, and God's going to give him over to your hand. Yeah, he has 900 chariots and many troops, but you're going to win. Don't worry about it." And he's like, "Oh, I don't know about that. That word seems a little bit bigger than what I am." And Deborah, you hear directly from God. People respect you. You know, I have a lot of faith in you. So he has more faith in Deborah than he does in God. So he is asking Deborah to come with him. And she says, like, "Okay, yeah, I'll come with you, but, you know, the woman's going to get the credit for this and not you." So she goes with him, of course. We all know that story that, you know, Deborah goes into the battle with Barak and gives him direction from God. But you have to think about this. They're going into this battle, and it says they didn't have any sword or shield, spear or shield. So how do they fight? This isn't Barak's battle. This is God's battle. God's just looking for someone to say, "Yes, I'll be that person that leads them in." God says, "I'm going to take this army of Canaanite, and I'm going to bring them over and lead them over to the Kishon River." So God was already planning it out and maneuvering people. He just needed someone to bring out the Israelite army. So what happens is if you read it in chapter 5, it says, "When you, Lord, went out from Seir, when you marched from the land of Edom, the earth shook, the heavens poured, the clouds poured down water, the mountains quaked before the Lord, the one of Sinai, before the Lord, the God of Israel." So what happened was, yes, God already had it all planned. He just needed everybody in position. And so he has the army of Canaanite down by the Kishon River, and the water poured down Mount Tabor, and it floods in there, and all those chariots, those 900 chariots that everyone was so scared of, they get stuck in the mud. And this commander, Sisera, he has to get off his chariot, and he has to run for his life. So you have the second person who has to make a choice, Jael. Now, Jael and her husband Heber were sitting on the fence. They hadn't made a choice who they're for. Were they for the Canaanite army, or were they with the Israelites? Heber was a descendant of the brother-in-law of Moses, and he also had already made an alliance with this king of this Canaanite army. So he was on good grounds. He's neutral, I guess you could say. But we can't be neutral. Joshua says, "Choose you this day whom you will serve." We have to serve one or the other. We can't be neutral. We can't be on both sides of the fence. So he comes, Heber's gone, so Jael's in the tent, and she invites him in. She makes an immediate choice. I think she had already made a choice in her heart. So she brings him in and he asks for water. She doesn't give him water. She gives him milk because she's already decided, I'm going to put this guy to sleep, because we all know that warm milk makes you sleepy. So she gives him some milk, which is basically at that time, it would have been warm yogurt kind of a drink. And he falls fast asleep, and she takes the tent peg and she pounds it into his temple. So the victory went to a woman, Jael. So the choices we make every day are testaments of our faith. God intervenes when we act with courageous faith. He's going to intervene. And that courageous faith may not be saying going out to battle or something huge like Jael did. It might just be going and asking you, the waitress or your cashier, can I pray for you today? It might just be giving a meal to somebody when you're not sure if you have enough food for that week. It might be something bigger, like saying yes to God's call for you to go out to the mission field. Whatever it is, God's going to intervene because you're acting with courageous faith. And just a little tidbit, Barak, that whole thing that God did, the God act that went on, God rewarded Barak. He was not mentioned in the praise song of the victory song in chapter 5, but he was mentioned in the faith chapter of Hebrews chapter 11. The whole thing that he took place in, because he went ahead and he went, it wasn't the way that maybe it was supposed to be, but he did go. And I believe because he did end up going, he was rewarded, and it transformed him. And he was rewarded with being mentioned as a man of faith. So guys, I just pray that you go out today, that you rise up as a men and women of faith, and that you all have a great, wonderful day. Love you.